Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Midweek War. No wasting time here. I am Mad Mike. I am super excited. We're here to talk the Cruiserweight Classic. Before I do that, Lucha Underground, the current reigning and defending champion of the Midweek War, has dropped a new trailer. If you guys haven't seen it, look all over social media. It's there. It's amazing. There are knife fights. There are sword fights. I don't know why there are sword fights. It's Lucha Underground. Of course, there are sword fights. We're going to talk about it soon. Next week, we are going to break down this trailer. Right now, it's just me. Eamon is moving to the east side to a deluxe apartment in the sky, or whatever the equivalent that is for Texas. I'm not sure what it is. I don't live there. I'm going by New York terms. So it's just me talking the Cruiserweight Classic this week. We're in the first week of the second round. And explosions. We talk about going to a fireworks factory a lot. This is the goddamn fireworks factory, y'all. There are only 2 matches this week, and spoiler alert, it's my number 1. This is the best show of the week. I have not seen a show before that has had 2 match of the year candidates on it back to back. I don't think I have. I know shows have come close to doing that, but this one, damn. All right, so we're going to get right into it. The first match this week is Tajiri versus Gran Metalik. We finally have a correct pronunciation of Gran Metalik, which is nice. Everyone was on point. We all said the same thing. The announcers were right. The commentators were right. It's all good. I love Tajiri. I really do. Tajiri, he's amazing. He really, really is. God, I don't even really know how to talk about these matches. There were just so many stiff shots. Gran Metalik was flying all over the place. Tajiri showed off his lucha skills. It reminded me of Tajiri versus Super Crazy. Like, it was just really, really a lot of fun. The story was, like, they showed a couple promo packages for each guy before the match, which was nice. We got to hear Gran Metalik speaking Spanish, which is cool. They do the same with Kota Ibushi later, where he speaks in Japanese, which is awesome. And Tajiri was there because he said he wanted to do something big before he retires, which really cool story. And everyone loves Tajiri. Like, he's just such a fun character. He always has been. Yeah, but, and again, this is still my slight qualm. It was pretty obvious Gran Metalik was going to win, because he's one of the 4 guys that they talked about over and over again. But man, did they make it really fun to watch. Like, even though it was a foregone conclusion in my head that Gran Metalik was going to win, it was really, really good. They started chain wrestling for a while, which was great, until Tajiri landed the first kick. And then, oh man, like, if you want to see strikes, Cruiserweight Classic is the way to go. Between Ciampa and Gargano last week and the 2 matches this week, there's strikes all over the place. Like, this is strong goddamn style. Like, even if it's not. Even if the guys wrestle Lucha Libre or technical, there are a lot of strong strikes in this match. It was just really, really fun. And Gran Metalik won with the oh man, he blocked the buzzsaw kick and was able to hit the move that he won in the first round. I forget what they called it. But it was really, really fun. Definitely go watch this match. Listen to the commentators. And this is a suggestion from me personally, because I did this and it makes your mind explode a little bit. Whenever they replay something like a really hard hit, close your eyes and just listen to it. It just sounds like it hurts so much when you can't see it. It's really, really cool. It's a really cool experience. And Mauro and Brian, why isn't this the SmackDown announce team? I ask this every week. Why isn't this the SmackDown announce team? We could have put JBL as the general manager and Brian on the announce team. That would have been so much better for SmackDown, personally. But yeah, definitely go see this match. Gran Metalik moves on. I don't remember who he'd be facing, or who his the matchups are, but it was really good. And they did keep the match time limit at 20 minutes. So I think it's going to be 20 minutes throughout. So it should be interesting to see how they do the rest of the second round. The second match, oh boy. Cedric Alexander, Kota Ibushi. I have no words. I'm just clapping. Like, I knew it was going to be a great match. Kota Ibushi, very, very skilled wrestler. I've seen him in Wrestle Kingdom 9 once or twice. And I love Cedric. Cedric was one of my favorite parts of Ring of Honor. These guys did not disappoint. Not at all. Not even remotely close to that. There was one point where the match, the dynamic changed for me, because I always felt, and I've said this before, that I thought Kota Ibushi was going to win because, he's Kota Ibushi. He's the guy that they've been pushing. Cedric Alexander is a guy a lot of people know, but they haven't, he wasn't one of the flag bearers of this. He is now. There was a point where Cedric hit a brainbuster. And it was a really, really sharp-looking brainbuster, very hard down pull and everything like that. And he got a 2 count. And instead of getting super flustered, as soon as Ibushi sat up, Cedric turned around and just kicked him in the fucking face and went for another pin. That's where everyone in the arena, I rewound it. I rewound it just to see the reactions of the crowd. It was ridiculous. That is when, because Kota Ibushi was the fan favorite, but that's when people started wanting Cedric to win. That's when it happened, right there. It was an immediate change. I'm not saying that there weren't still people cheering for Kota Ibushi. There were, but that's when people were like, "Oh shit, this just got it got jacked up. It got knocked up at a few notches." From there, it was still just ridiculous move after ridiculous move. And, I mean, it's still Kota Ibushi won when Cedric hitting the, I can't think of his name. I can't think of the move he hit. The finish he had in Ring of Honor. I can't remember, and Eamon's not here to remind me. But, Cedric went for it, and Ibushi flipped over and nailed a sweet, just snap German suplex. Then he kicked it ahead, then the Rising Star Bomb, or Golden Star Bomb, and he won, which was awesome. Ibushi, moves on to the next round. Again, like we all figured. Great match. You have to watch it. One of the hardest hitting matches I've ever seen. Cedric did make me think he was going to win a bunch of times. And then we got the credits. And I was like, wow, that was really fun. But then something happened that was amazing. Because they ended with Kota Ibushi, standing, showing number 1, with the Cruiserweight Classic logo in the back. Then we come back after the credits, which WWE, to my knowledge, has not done ever. I wonder where they got that idea from. Lucha Underground. But they did to show something really, really cool. They show Cedric in the aisleway as he's walking to the back, and he's visibly upset that he, lost the match. But he had a great match, and the fans are cheering, please sign Cedric, please sign Cedric. Really, really cool moment. You can see the camera work on this is phenomenal because they show basically Cedric's view looking at the NXT crowd, at the NXT crowd, we'll call it at Full Sail. And he's just welling up. There's a lot of emotion happening. And someone makes a little bit of a cameo. Triple H walks out from behind the curtain in his NXT dad gear, his half unbuttoned shirt, and he just puts his arm around Cedric, goes to the fans, thumbs up. Like, don't worry. And it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to see what Cedric is going to do next, because all indications say, hey, you say sign this guy, we're going to sign this guy. And god damn it, does Cedric deserve it? He really did. He busted his ass in that match. Really, really good. Probably and I've seen a few Cedric Alexander matches. This is by far the best Cedric match I've ever seen. And they kept saying that he had to drop 20 pounds. It shows. It shows, and it helps. He was faster. He was leaner. The strikes he had were amazing. Both him and Ibushi were just going at it. Like, there were a couple times where they chopped each other in the face. It just looked brutal. It really, really good. Really, really good. Again, if you're not watching the Cruiserweight Classic, the fuck are you doing? Watch the Cruiserweight Classic. If you need a login for WWE Network, well, find one. Or get it for free for the first month. Come on, it's free. That's how much it costs for the 30 days. Plus, you'll get TakeOver. You'll get SummerSlam. You'll get Cesaro vs. Nakamura. Come on. And plus, 30 days, I think that would go into the end of the Cruiserweight Classic tournament. Just throwing that out there. All right. But yeah, Cruiserweight Classic, my number one this week with a bullet. It was so, so good. I can't wait to see what the rest of the second round brings. I'm really, really excited to see how this ends up. I'm really, really excited to see who gets signed after this. If I had to pick between the two guys who lost, Tajiri or Cedric Alexander, who would I want to be signed? Both, please. But really, Cedric. I'd love Tajiri to come back. Tajiri could have a great run on SmackDown right now, and it would be amazing. I would love to see like Tajiri against a Baron Corbin or something like that. Like, hell, you could put Tajiri with Kalisto. Oh, that would be really fun. That would be really, really fun. But yeah, I want to see both of them. I want to see Cedric more because that match was amazing, and he's got the verbal chops to back it up too. Like that's my favorite part about Cedric is he's a promo guy, and you know NXT needs guys like that. So does SmackDown. Hell, SmackDown almost needs it more in NXT at this point. All right. So you can find me at MadMike4883. Go to our Facebook page, go to our Twitter page, interact with us. Tell us why you love the Cruiserweight Classic, or if you hate it, tell us why. We're curious. We want to know. We'll read stuff here on this show. But for that, Eamon will be back next week, and I'm sure we'll have 2 more amazing, maybe even 3. I don't know. They kind of left up in the air with how many matches they were going to be on next week. So until then, thanks for watching, and this has been the Midweek War.